Hello everyone, and welcome to my Wrath of the Lich King Protection Paladin leveling guide from level 60 to 70. I will show you the talent tree that I use and all the different farming locations. And in the future, there will also be a part 2 where I show the northern locations that I do from level 70 to 80. Anyway, enjoy this video. This is how my talent tree usually looks like as a level 60 Paladin. And as I level up between level 61 to 65, I'll spend some points into this talent in the retribution tree. And between level 66 to 70, I'll spend some points into these two talents in retribution as well. Before I show you the first spot, then I would like to share how I pull the different enemies. I usually mount up and try to body pull as many as possible. If I end up getting dismounted, then I use my taunt ability to range pull. You can also do this with your Avenger Shield. Alright, so in Hellfire there's 3 different locations where you can AOE farm. I swap between these when I'm waiting for respawns. So when I've killed all the enemies at one location, I swap to another one. These birds are stacked close together, which makes it a lot easier for you to pull many of these at the same time. They don't do a lot of damage, and when you kill these, there's a high chance that you will get some meat. This you can either sell on the auction house or use when you level up your cooking. The next spot is Enterocar Forest, and you can start doing this at around level 62. The only thing you need to be careful about here, or well aware of, is that there's some casters. So these you should try to range pull with Avenger Shield to silence them. When you silence the casters, they will also be forced to run to you because they're not going to stand still and start casting. Another thing I like to take advantage of at this location is the different corners. When you do this, you will line of sight all the different casts, and this will make it so much easier for you to stack all the enemies on top of each other. By the time that you reach level 63 or 64, you can head to Necron. In Necron you can find these ogres that you can easily pull a lot of. Some of these will be casters, so just run into one of these buildings to line of sight all the different things. Once again, this will make it easier for you to stack them together. You should always try to prioritize killing the casters first. The reason for this is because sometimes they will also heal. So if you don't focus on these first, well, then it will also take you a lot longer to kill all the enemies. Once I reach level 66, I usually swap to Blade Edge Mountains. In this zone there's a location with a lot of different demons. And this is probably also one of my most favorite AOE spots. The reason why I like to go here as a paladin is because there are demons and you can use your Holy Wrath. Holy Wrath will do a lot of damage to demon targets and even stun them for 3 seconds. So now you finally have an opportunity to do even more AOE damage. And when these targets are stunned, it also allows you to cast a Holy Light. If the spot in Blade Edge Mountains is already farmed by another player, then you can always head to Netherstorm. In Netherstorm, there's a huge area with many enemies that you can pull at the same time, and you can just circle around and keep pulling enemies without having a lot of downtime. One thing you need to be aware of is that some of these enemies will also start to flee when they get to low health, and when they flee, they might also run into more enemies and pull these. So what I usually do is just to finish them off with a Hammer of Wrath. But this is for sure a decent location, and because there's so many different enemies, then you never have any downtime where you need to wait for them to respawn. In Shadowmoon Valley, near the Black Temple, there's an area where you find this elite. I always make sure that I mark this target so I don't accidentally pull it when I'm pulling all the other enemies. But this is definitely my most favorite farming location. You can pull so many different targets at the same time. And whenever I don't manage to pull all of the targets, then I just use my taunt or maybe my Avenger Shield. Else it's going to be tank and spank, drop your consecration and just make sure that you survive. Alright, so if you would like to see part 2 in the future, then remember to subscribe and hit the notification bell. My plan is also to release a lot of Wrath of the Lich King gold making guides as a level 80 protection paladin. But yeah, as always, thank you so much for watching and have an amazing day. Peace!